As we mentioned at the top of our show, candidate Beto O'Rourke was in Corpus Christi tonight.
That's right. Bill Churchwell was there, and he has the story for us tonight.
Beto O'Rourke taking time to meet and greet with almost every single person in this room. His stop here in Corpus Christi comes just days after announcing his candidacy for governor. And tonight he spoke to the crowd and us about a number of issues. O'Rourke was greeted with applause and handshakes as he made his way to the stage. A crowd of supporters packing in to hear about his reason for running and what he says is at stake.
These petty differences divide us. You find a way to come together and overcome the challenges.
He hit on topics like the power grid, the border crisis, even jobs.
The future of Texas jobs is right here in Corpus Christi. Of course, we have oil and gas, which is so critically important, and we want to protect those jobs.
As O'Rourke spoke to the crowd, the sound of protesters could be heard coming from outside.
If you're like me, you get sick and tired.
I took the opportunity to ask him about one of the biggest issues his critics have voiced concerns over, gun laws. He says the key focus on that is protection, also mentioning the importance of background checks. There were a few people on the other side of this wall chanting, "Come and take it." What is your stance on gun laws? Would you change anything if elected governor?
Like a majority of Texans, I grew up with firearms, and I grew up learning the responsibility of owning and using a gun. Let's bring that experience to bear in protecting the Second Amendment and also protecting the lives of those around us.
When it comes to the border,
if we want to get serious about improving the situation at the border, we've got to listen to the people on the border. What we know is that there should be rule of law, there should be order, and there should be predictability. No one should cross in between the ports of entry. If you want to come to this country, you come the legal and the right way. And in our side, we got to make sure that we're also following the laws as we process asylum applications, and then as we rewrite the laws to match our needs and the demands that we see in this community.
And as far as the ongoing coronavirus pandemic, he was quick to criticize the governor's handling of it.
And because of Governor Abbott's anti-mask mandate, as of September, we led the country in the number of childhood COVID deaths in America. So when local school educators want to require masks as governor, I would let them.
It was just 2 weeks ago when Governor Greg Abbott was also in the Coastal Bend. His campaign did release a statement in response to O'Rourke's announcement saying, quote, "Beto O'Rourke has demonstrated he has more in common with President Biden than he does with Texans." O'Rourke will be in Houston Friday. Bill Churchwell, 3 News.